about formats, I have to imagine that there's speed is what we're talking about right now is speed, but also catching the eye of the voter or being really obvious in the mailbox, for instance. Can you walk us through some of the best formats and why you would suggest those for political mailing?
Yeah, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. If this is a request for donations to your campaign, then the most common vehicle to use is going to be a letter in an envelope. And my recommendation is to put color on the outside of that envelope. Okay. Specifically, you want to use vivid colors where you can. Obviously, you want to keep it with the campaign colors that you've actually elected to use. But any opportunity that you have to add a different color that just draws attention to that piece is always of benefit. If you're going for a more in general piece where you're discussing issues or you're discussing what it is in your platform that your feelings are strongest on, typically the best way is to use either a large flat size mailer or a postcard. And I would recommend using an oversized postcard because it's going to stand out in the mailbox over the top of the letters, all of the bills, over the top of the smaller postcards that other candidates may be sending. Okay. This just gives the opportunity that you're going to be the first thing that they see.
You know what an oversized postcard is. I know what an oversized postcard is, but what are the dimensions that make it an oversized postcard? So
when the post office hears the word postcard, typically what they think of is 4 1/4 by 6. So it's a very small card. Sure. Often when we're speaking with candidates and we're talking about postcards, we're talking about a 5 1/2 by 11. So you're thinking of a very large oversized card. But there are other options. We can do 6 by 9s, 5 1/2, 8 1/2s, whatever the variety is that they want to use. And then when you start talking about flats, you can actually go to 11 by 15. So you can come up with a very large mail piece if you wish.
Put all the issues on that one.
You can. I don't always recommend that one. Sometimes you're annoying the voters in that one. But if you've got that much you need to say, it's a great piece to use.
Or maybe you have a fantastic photo and just want to make sure everybody can see it, right?
Right. About the only one I don't really see used is like a booklet. It just becomes too much. You're trying to get your message to them quick, something that they can remember. You don't want to spend too long putting too much copy into there.